I think like I said, the biggest defining moment for me was the Desert Shield Desert Storm, because I was in Milton Hall in the Melville Airport Squadron, which had basically 84 people, and this job was, they're not in existence anymore, but at the time there were 6 or 7 of them. Their job was basically to deploy to forward operating bases and operate the cargo and passenger operations there. And if you remember, back in the first week of August, Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait, and things got pretty dicey. And what was interesting is my wife was in Oberammergau at the Passion Play, and we got the call, and I was gone 3 days before she got back from Germany with the whole squadron. The other interesting class connection on this is Pete Penta was living across the street. So Pete Penta had power of attorney and took care of our kids for 2 or 3 days before my wife got back. So it's nice how those things come full circle. So I try to pay him back the babysitting bill and beers, but I don't think I've caught up yet, so that's okay. So but the other part of that is it really taught me really what prior to going to, as I mentioned, the Ramstein, I'd only supervised a sextant for 12 years. So nothing, and so then ended up really appreciating the absolute work value, the integrity, and the dedication of our young men and women that were airmen and NCOs and senior NCOs. Because basically we deployed with 12 hours notice, ended up living in Saudi schoolrooms, elementary schoolrooms for a number of years, and went from 80 people to what turned out to be approximately 350 to 400 people from 13 different organizations across the Air Force that I had supervised. That included 6 or 7 reserve units as well. So it was, they're working 12-hour days. In Saudi Arabia, which had General Order Number 1, which means you couldn't drink alcohol for 214 days. They're working 12-hour shifts. It was so hot that they would shift change at midnight. And just to watch them, I mean, I get videos of this still to this day, I'm awed. I mean, basically, they work like 10,000 missions in about a 5-month period, which I still don't to this day can't. I don't know. I got the numbers. I know graphically there, but you take these young men and women, the 18 to 20-year-olds, and then, oh, by the way, the staff sergeants that are out there making sure it happens, and you got to back them up with all the, it was not hard to feel dedicated to them. And, you know, I mean, the whole Air Force did that. So it was really impressive to watch that whole young cadre of NCOs and young airmen do that. So I think that was a defining moment there. I didn't teach them that. They learned all that integrity from their families growing up, and as far as our training system reinforces through it. We were just dependent. I mean, we all benefit from what we had to ask us, and so that's why they were the way they were. So